Welcome to Two Brothers Sports Podcast. It is Wednesday, May 13th, and we are coming at you with installment number two of the PGA major schedule this year in 2026. I almost said fiscal year 2026. I'm still in work mode. Get that shit out of here. We're talking golf. We had a great little weekend overall. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Happy belated. We had a nice little Sunday brunch with the mamas over at the crib. Tiles done in the sunroom. Thank the fucking Lord. So I'm a happy camper. And of course, we're talking PGA Championship, the second major of this year. I feel like we don't have Sean this week. Wasn't able to make it. He'll be back for the U.S. Open, but his note was, "I like bombers." So we'll get into a little bit more detail on that, but that's about all he provided for us this week. Just you and me, Max. We're going to talk that. A little bit of NBA, NHL playoffs as some of the series are closed up. We got a couple left on each side. And then I do want to hit on a big second to last week of EPL. We got a big game tomorrow between City and Palace. Liverpool and Villa play on Friday, so that's a huge game. Brentford is still fighting, although in the lobby you did sound a little pessimistic. But Max, how are we doing? How's the weekend? How are we feeling about this week's PGA Championship?
I'm just doing fantastic. Sorry, 1 second. I know I'm a piece of shit. I'm putting money on Seiya Suzuki home run and Cubs money line before we start, and before that starts at 7:15. All done here, all good there, all square. Just to let you know if you want to do that while I say
Uh,
how such a great weekend it was. Yeah, Friday celebrated two different friends' graduating nursing school. Um, Saturday, nice little anniversary day. Saturday night, an amazing fight night for Max. As I've said, or as I said last week, I loved Sean Brady. I loved Volkov. I loved Van. Um, I did end up biting on Sean with the Shemaev um, submission to win, little hedge, but Sean won. Sean won a great fight, dominated him on the ground when it happened to be on the ground. But other than that, it was a stand up fight. Sean just beat the shit out of him. Joshua Van, absolutely class act, Muay Thai god. If you just watch, he's just it's insane. He hit
yeah,
the fight, and
very
then
fun fight to watch for
yeah,
what I'm to watch.
and then Volkov and Brady just, grinding it out and getting shit done. So great weekend for me. I hope you guys paid attention and listen. I think I might have steered you a little sideways for the last fight, but always go with your gut. Don't always listen to me, but
My
you know,
thing, Max, with that is when you reel off Sean Brady, Volkov, the Van pick, and you've got some money to play with. You're yeah, you still got some on Shemaya, but at that point when you and the best part about UFC betting is it basically when you're watching the UFC fights live on pay-per-view, Paramount Plus, when you're watching that, by the time you're done, like by the time you're watching that fight and the guy's head hits the ground and they're calling the fight, your bet has already cashed. And so
right.
you're sitting there waiting for the Strickland Chimaev, dollars on dollars just accumulating in your account from all these other fights. Why not throw a little 50 burger or some shit like that on Strickland when you're up $450? Because you already got your Chimaev bet in before the card started, and then you
Right.
hedge yourself. So I love it. Um, and hopefully you made out all right. So that's awesome. I did tell the Brady one because you're like, I'm on fire today, Brady money line. And I was like, as soon as it started, it went to like minus 130, I think. And I was like,
Mhm.
okay, Volkov, I got live. And then I knew you were on Van, so I just doubled on that. So huge there. And then I'm hoping you place some money on your golf picks for Truist because you went 2 of 3 with Cam Young in a T10, Woodland at a T20 was close, but he did backdoor it into a T17. And then unfortunately, you were one stroke away from either being 2-0-1 or 3-0. and Rose ended up losing to Batia by 1 stroke. So overall, solid weekend between UFC and golf from me there. I didn't get much on the golf. I gave Group F winner for Nikolai Højgaard was plus 320.
Really,
Nap ended up withdrawing, so that one sucked.
that's
Uh,
a good old Void.
Oh yeah, yeah. So that was fine. I actually think I went to place the bet in the morning and he had already withdrew, so I didn't get to even I didn't even place that one. Um, and then I did out of my three first round leaders, which have been somewhat successful so far. I started doing this last week, Max, and if you listened to me, you would have paid out, and you would have made a little bit of money on that first round leader because Straka went T3, which means he got T5 and T10 at both the numbers I gave you guys. I think one was like plus 900, which was a dead heat. So you won like half your winnings. So still making money. And then T10, he cleared that. Um, so if you did my unit portfolio allocation, you would have made out probably like $50 on the Straka ones over all the other ones. We'll take that. Rory did not come to play as I thought. T19, so it didn't hit my T5, and then Pot Gita was T48, so 1 stroke away from hitting his T40 bets. So, anything else on Truist that you want to hit on? Overall, good weekend from you though, bud.
Yeah, no, got nothing else. Ready
Sweet.
to keep it rolling to the next week and weekend.
And here we are. We are going to Philly, the Aronimink Golf Club in Philadelphia, a couple miles outside of downtown. This is first major they've had since the 1962 PGA Championship, in which Gary Player won. They had a 2020 KPMG Women's Major event there, but other than that, the last event that was held on the men's side was in 2017 when Keegan Bradley won the BMW Championship over Justin Rose in a playoff with a crazy 20 under. So looking forward to talking a little bit about that. And then I'm going to give you a couple fun facts, then we'll get into the rest of the picks and everything here. It is Donald Ross course, and I have a quote here that he said about this course. It's on the website. First thing you click on, it's on there. It's a quote from Donald Ross. He said, "I intended to make this my masterpiece, but not until today did I realize that I built better than I knew." So, going to be a gorgeous setup from Donald Ross. It's been renovated a few times, but overall, bunker heavy, not a ton of trees. So, definitely some things to think about. 174 bunkers covering a square footage of 200,000 square feet. So, tons and tons of bunkers they've added over the years. The stimp meter is a 13.5. And while I rattle off some other stats, try and compare that um, to some of the other ones. And so definitely going to be something we keep an eye on. And before I pick up my notes, um, the other thing I did want to mention is that there's a little change. So the back nine is going to be tough. It's a big grind. So you think if you're doing some live betting, maybe wait till the back nine. Don't get too greedy on the front, especially if some guys got leads. You want to keep in mind there. It's a 30-yard difference on average for the par fours on the front nine versus the back nine. So back nine is going to be tough, and then hole 18 is a bitch. Par four, 490 yards, so a long one. Also steeps up to 30 feet of elevation from the tee box to the green. You've obviously got the beautiful setup with the clubhouse in the back at 18, but just a couple different things. And the last fact I thought was very interesting. They would have held a PGA championship back in 1993. They were on the wait list for the PGA championships and the majors, but because in 1990 they got taken off the wait list. Why, Max? Because they did not meet the non-discriminatory standards. They did not have a single minority member. And so that was part as PGA is trying to obviously in the 90s and before that, they're trying to establish some standards there. This course, Aronimink, Aronimink, bleh, that's going to be a tough one. We're just going to call it the Mink to make it easier. But yeah, just thought that was an interesting fact. Philly guys are a grind, but should be a good course, going to be a hectic environment. Looking forward to seeing how it all plays out. Had a couple friends at the practice rounds yesterday, so got some mild insider info, but only so much is useful when you got a bunch of drunk buddies watching practice rounds. I think
Yeah.
that might be useful. And when you're a degenerate like my boys, that's what happens. So I will stop for a second, Max. Any questions or anything like that on just background before we get into this?
Yeah, as a guy who, isn't, I'm kind of, not that I'm not knowledgeable and I watch the big ones and the good ones, but I don't know anything about this course. So what would, and I've already picked my picks, but whatever. Is this more, would you say this is more of like a, like a Bryson DeChambeau course or like a Colin Morikawa? Like basically a driver, like can the big driver get over these, some of these obstacles that these other guys can't, and then make that an impact and push them forward, or is it an iron game like Morikawa or even like a Matsuyama or something?
Yeah, I think good question. I think originally, I think Donald Ross wanted to not make this a bomber's paradise, wanted to really make you think about your spots, where you're going to put it so you can set up for the next shot. But as the guys have gotten longer on tour, uh, it does make it easier. There's a lot of tough shots, and you got a Bryce and Rory,
Yeah, even Rory.
even a Scotty, depending on the day. More so his ability to shape his shots. So there's going to be some shots where he's gonna curl some things around, move the ball a little bit, make some cute little shots.
Right.
So I would say it is more of a bomber's paradise when it comes to that regard. It will make it a lot easier, but what's going to be key, you're going to be like, Sam, you basically just described a full game that you have. You do. It's a major. You got to be able to have a
Right.
full game. But the data golf course fit tool, so it adjusts for approach, short game, driving accuracy, all that stuff. Um, Data Golf loves Rory, obviously. Who doesn't right now? And I guess before I get into the rest of them, we did get some information right before we started podcasting from good old Jeff Darlington, and it was about Rory's practice round, and he has a little blister on his pinky toe.
No.
Not not a concern, they said, but something to monitor, was the quote that I wrote down. And so something to think about. But Data Golf loves Rory. A couple of the other guys, Bryson's in there at 11. You got Goddard up and Cam Young up in the top 10 as well. And then you've got JT at 15. So a lot of good. It's a combination of things, and then the other mention is that it is a big green. They're one of the it's not one of the bigger courses when it comes to the greens. Just for an example, back to the stimp meter, because I'm talking about putting here. Stimp meter rolled up to 13.5 at the Mink. This year's Masters ran to about a 14. So I would compare the Masters greens and the putting ability in the challenge is going to be very similar to Aronimink. Mink. So I think that's something to keep in mind now. Max, you ask who has the best putting on tour this year. That would be Mr. Jacob Bridgman. Has the number one strokes gained putting this year. Couple other in the top 10. Bhatia at 5, McIntyre at 6, and Burns at 10, with Fowler and Scheffler right behind them. And then off the tee, you've got Rory at 1, Cam Young, Scotty, like I mentioned, and then Mr. Aldrich Potgieter at 4. So a couple things to consider, but what you'll see is a lot of these guys are going to be hitting the shit out of the ball, and then you're looking at like 160 to 190 in on their irons. Now that's a lot harder for people like us, but
Right.
what's going to be key is if the greens are falling like they are, how many guys are going to kind of take the not the layup option, but the easier option and maybe not go at the pin, get up and down and get a lot of pars. So I could see that Scheffler's the king of that. Um, so it should be interesting to see there, but definitely something to keep in mind. And I would say those are kind of the main factors that, at least from what I've been reading, what I've been listening to, that's kind of what I'm following with.
Yeah, I hear that. Sorry, I was still listening. Hester's just kind of being all right now.
I'm rambling. Um,
Good. I was just Hester.
One other fun fact, maybe note to mention, we do this every year. We've been doing it since 2017, since Jordan Spieth won his last major. He has won the Masters, the US Open, and the British Open, the Open Championship, however you want to call it. He has not won the PGA Championship. So, for a while, we dealt with this with, I think it was Mickelson, and I don't think we're going to see it now because Mickelson needs to win a Open Championship left, I believe, is his last one, and then Spieth needs to win the PGA Championship. So we will see. There's some storyline. Obviously, Rory won last year, but would it be sick to see another slam completed in back-to-back years? My vote's yes.
It would be super cool, but we have seen Spieth had a good weekend last weekend. Um, but kind of other than that, I don't know. He's just been all over the place. So I don't like it, but I hope it. That'd be cool. But I don't know if
Yep.
I don't think I even like it enough or think it's cool enough to even bet on it. I'm sorry. 6,300.
Yeah. Yeah. Could be cool. And I do have to correct myself, errors and omissions. Mickelson is chasing the US Open. He has won the Open Championship, has not won the US Open. Another guy who also needs a slam and is going to be looking for a slam next month is going to be Mr. Scotty Scheffler for the US Open. So those are the three guys that are looking for one major left on that. So
Because wasn't Mickelson's PGA championship the Kiwa? Or
yep. And he needed to, he was missing the PGA championship and the US Open before that.
yeah.
Um, so that made him have one left. I mean, geez, if it came, could you imagine if it came
Is
down?
Liv is about to, isn't Liv about to die? Liv is
Yeah.
about to die, isn't it?
Yeah, I think after this season they're gonna die. So it should be very interesting. Mickelson being more of a spearhead in that might change.
Not.
But uh could you imagine a Mickelson Scheffler playoff at the US Open in Shinnecock this year? I mean,
What was that? I was listening to something and they were like talking about how like Brooks had to eat a fat fine for coming back, right?
yep. Yeah,
And so,
yeah.
like if they just if Liv just disappears, what's gonna happen with all these guys? Like, are they gonna have to eat a fine for coming back, or since there's no other league, do they just get to come back, or what?
They'll probably have some kind of penalty, but I don't know if it'll be the fine as heavy as what Brooks did just because it was still so fresh, but not a bad question. Something to monitor. Yep.
It is. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off key.
Up key. We're right on key. But yeah, overall, I'm looking forward to this tournament. I think there's a lot of good stuff. I think there's a lot of picks to be had, of course, make the cut, parlays and things like that are come into effect. Just more options. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into the picks, seeing what you got. But any other questions or anything else before we get into it?
No, that's rock and roll.
Wait. Let's do it. Since you had, we'll go with like picks and then we'll get into outrights, first round leaders, anything else fun after. So, with just kind of the original setup we have here, start us off with your first pick.
Favorite.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't care that this is could fall under, even more of like a fun one. But he's been playing great ball. He's been rolling. Give me a Matty Fitz top 10 plus 178. I just had a feeling that you might pick him or have him. Um, and then maybe it wasn't your first pick, but I just had to get that out of the way because I love it so much.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't play well last week, but I mean, obviously it's been on a roll this year, and I feel like people might overlook him this week because
See
of
bias. Yeah.
so I like that T10 including ties plus 178.
Sure, yes, sir.
And his brother played really well too. His brother's starting, I mean,
Yeah.
hell of a start to his PGA Tour experience. All right. I'm gonna go with the guy who maybe isn't the longest driver, but when I looked at his odds and how he's played in majors, I found it very surprising. So his T20, including ties, is plus 132. That's Colin Morikawa. I think his drive's not going to be there, but I think from 160 to 190, like I mentioned, with the irons, I think he's pretty damn dialed. Putting has been decent, but I think the only thing that might hold him up is some of those back issues. I'm hoping that's not the case, but if I can get a T20 at plus 132 for Colin Morikawa, I will take that every day of the week.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
So
Uh,
all I can.
I was eyeing him as well. I think I had him as secondary. I like that. Where will I go? Where will I like a guy who's kind of been, he had a good beginning of the year, and even last year was pretty solid. Slowly coming down again. Or slowly has been coming down, but I think this is a good one where he can kind of just relax. He's not heavily favored or anything. Um, Give me a Sam Burns T30 at
Nice.
plus 126.
Yep.
I think we've talked about it before where a guy's just, he's finally out of the spotlight and stuff. Maybe a little less pressure, and they just go out there and just have fun and play. And that ends up being a T10. So, uh,
Yeah, I like him. I mean, with the putting, I think he's going to be huge there. Great value. You said T30, including ties, was plus one.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah,
Uh,
it's a T30.
yeah, damn. I like that a lot. Okay, sweet.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm gonna go with Jordan Spieth's counterpart at a T30 because same thing. I don't know how he's plus 115, and now he has a plus in front of it, but that's Justin Thomas. He's I really like him for a T30. May talk about him a little bit more later, but I really, really like his options here. He's been playing solid in majors recently. And we're asking for a T30, including ties. I feel pretty good about that.
I love that. I was eyeing him as well as like kind of like a Ricky, but
Yep.
I'm not foreshadowing. I hope I didn't foreshadow for you. All right, all right. I got my last official, one that we will scoreboard, keep it as legit. I like Tommy Fleetwood top 20, including ties, minus 108. I think he just has to a top 10 at plus 205 would kind of be pushing it and making me very scared. I think he has to be just absolutely has to be within the 10 and the 20. Um,
Yeah.
it ends up hopefully being like a 15 or a
Yeah,
13.
I think he could go win this whole damn thing.
He could. No, he very well could. He tried his hardest.
Yeah. No, He's going to, man. Yeah, he's been right there. He had a good wrap up to end the weekend at Truist Saturday, Sunday. So just didn't start off great, but I think if as long as he starts decent, like couple under,
He
doesn't need.
won.
Yeah, I think then he's automatically going to be in that. But uh,
Yeah.
I mean, a team of Burns, Fitzpatrick, and Fleetwood going into the weekend is not a bad setup.
No, I agree.
Sweet. Um, because they're doing T30s and T40s, including top. Yep, you good?
No, I was I was trying to find some. It wasn't what I was looking for, and wasn't up when I was looking earlier, and now they finally have it up. Sorry, keep it going.
No, you're good. T40, including ties. Quick name I mentioned when I came to putting, the number one putter in the tour in terms of strokes gained this year. He's been playing well. Has not played around Mink. Has not played in a PGA Championship yet. So this is going to be his first time, but at plus 130 for a T40 in the form that he's been playing in, I feel pretty good about it. And that is Jacob Bridgman plus 130 for a T40, including ties. So,
Nice. Can I hit you with a tournament matchup? Bridgman versus Alex Fitzpatrick. Bridgman minus 116,
okay.
Fitzpatrick minus 112.
Hmm.
I was thinking Bridgman.
Yeah, I really like Bridgman. I think Fitzpatrick has had a good selection of courses to start,
Yeah.
and he's been playing well. I'm not saying he's going to play terrible, but I think he's going to get humbled a little bit
Yep.
here at Aronimink.
Yep.
So, yep. I wonder what a miss. I couldn't find miss the cut. And I probably just glassed over it. But um, be interested to see what maybe Alex Fitzpatrick missed the cut is.
Oh yeah. Where that's special usually, right?
Maybe I only see make the cut.
Yeah, I don't know. Hole in one, I'm on tournament or
I
yeah.
just Yeah, I'm just seeing miss the cut.
Oh, missed the cuts. What you wanted?
Oh no, I'm only seeing make the cut. Sorry.
Okay. All good. Yeah. All right. Well,
So that's that. I'm just Yeah, there's no.
I like that.
Let me just see if there's anything. I like one other one I'm gonna give out, and it's nothing crazy. And the reason why I'm giving it out is because it's plus money, and it's also a Thursday Friday bet. And I was looking through the make the cuts. Obviously, it's pretty juiced up. I have a parlay that I'll give out in a sec, but just an individual make cut play, Aldrich Potgieter plus 102. He just has to make the cut. He's been playing good golf. He started off very poorly Friday or Thursday, Friday last weekend. Played pretty well and got himself into better shape on Saturday, Sunday. Baller, one of the best, I guess, strokes gained for this expected course, based on data golf. So I'm just asking him to make the cut and hopefully roll that money into some live futures, for Saturday and Sunday. So those will be my four.
Okay. I like that.
Let's see. Let's get to fun stuff. We'll end with outright. So give me you got any fun picks or anything you want to throw out?
Yeah, I'll throw out one before because I was looking at matchups and this is kind of what I was wanting. Actually didn't really find much that I liked, but for funsies, Cam Young over Scotty Scheffler is plus 200. I mean, we've seen Scotty kind of just not do so great. And granted, that's when I bet on Scotty. So if I bet against Scotty, does that mean he's gonna just win it all or what? But I
Yeah.
think that's a really good value. But the real one I like is first time major winner
Yep.
at plus 115. I absolutely love it. So basically it has to be anyone but Rory McIlroy, Scotty Scheffler, Brooks Koepka, John Rahm, Colin Morikawa, Matt Fitzpatrick, Hideki Matsuyama, Justin Thomas, or Jason Day. And I
And
think that is pretty likely.
and Spieth.
And Spieth. Yeah, why wasn't that on the list? Fucking bullshit. Very cool.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of options.
there are, and there's some sneaky options.
Oh, also Bryson. I don't know why he wasn't on that list, but
Yeah, he won. All right, so that could be missing a few other, and like Justin Rose, probably.
I don't think so. The
Oh,
only, yeah, the only ones that came to mind was that.
well, then that was a bullshit list. Yeah, but either
Oh,
way,
and I like the odds.
like,
I like the bet. I wrote it down too.
okay, you did see it. Cool. So won't go too much into that. I think a plus 115, you might as well.
Yeah, I don't think it hurts.
No,
Okay. Okay.
that's
Um, let's see. I'm gonna rattle off some. If you can pull up the group winners for me, because I have the two winners pulled out, so I'll read some other ones while you're pulling that up, just so I know who I'm against. I wrote them down and then I transferred it to a new notepad, and I don't have those.
yeah.
Um, so before I get into those, a couple just like nationality group other winners. Top live golfer Bryson at plus 230 is tempting. I also love Lord Tyrrell Hatton at plus 520. So I'm gonna be playing that one. Top UK Ireland player Rory plus 210. It's just a good way to get Rory isolated. And then Nick Taylor plus 215 to be the top Canadian. I love Corey Connors. I love Yellow Moranju. And I love Taylor Pendrith. I played them all in plenty of different aspects, but Nick Taylor's been playing the best golf out of all of them. And he's second at plus 215.
Mm.
Let's see. The other one I like in terms of that kind of grouping is going to be the top lefty. And I love playing Phil usually in this aspect just for funsies, but he's not in it. And Mr. Bobby McIntyre plays
Ooh,
he's a great majors player. Every time he's in the majors, I mean, he backdoored himself into second place against JJ Spawn at the US Open. He played well in the Masters. I like a lot of things he's doing. He hasn't played well the last couple weeks, but plus 175 to be the top lefty. There's not a ton of guys in that field, so give me that one as well. I think it's McCarty, Bhatia, Harmon, Higo, and Highsmith. Yep.
you have to chill out, Mister.
So
No,
the
Bobby, you just shit on you. You shit on Bobby last week, didn't you?
yeah, I did shit on Bobby last week, and this is a great time to not shit on him. So
Exactly. No, I trust me. Every time I'm like that fucking fucker, I'm not gonna bet on him again. Oh, why is he in the top 10 this last couple holes of on Sunday?
yep, and like
Every,
leap around, and you're like, what the hell?
yeah.
So yeah. So I like that a lot. I will get into him a little bit more in a second. But do you have those group winners up?
Yep, I'm ready.
All
Shoot
right,
him.
I'll do these, and then if you got any other fun ones, otherwise I will rip some FRLs, and then we'll do our outrights. But Group I winner, Harry Hall plus 330. Who's he matched up against?
It will be, I'll start from top. It will be Keegan Bradley plus 290, Michael Bjornson plus 315, your boy Harry Hall plus 320, uh,
Oh,
Christopher Rayton plus 335, and Sung J M plus 390.
so he went down a little bit to 320. Okay.
But
Not
he
much.
was over Thorne Bjornson.
Yeah, I had him at 330 originally, but it's not.
Oh, he fucked up.
Okay. And then I've already mentioned him, but Group J winner, Jacob Bridgman, plus 330. I'm assuming that has changed too.
Plus 330. Yeah, he's only plus 325. Still behind Alex Smalley and Thomas Detry. Um, and he's ahead of Alex Fitzpatrick and Corey Connors.
Yeah, I love that. I think Bridgman's
That
gonna.
is very tasty. That is a good one.
Yeah, I love that one. And I'm already gonna play him T40, but I think that's a good way to get him. I might throw him into some other things, but I've
Yeah.
already I'm glad Sean's not here because it's actually well, not that I'm not glad he's here, but so when we did the
Hey,
Masters,
clip it.
yeah, we did the Masters and we did all the pod and we did it before him and I did our DFS pool
Uh,
that we did. And listen to this, Max. You pick six golfers, it's like the salary cap deal. You pick six golfers. Me and Sean had five of six the same. The difference was I had Bridgman and he had Henley, and that was it. Other than that, we had the same golfers.
so you damn near like what would like
He
you would
he ended up winning it, and I came in fourth.
oh
Yeah, yeah.
oh
Because
shit.
Henley backdoored into like a T10, and I think Bridgman was like T25 or something.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. We had five of the six same golfers, so we'll probably have different team this week. We tend to have similar teams, but yeah. So I'm interested to see how it shakes out this year. But Bridgman, I will say, without giving away my whole team, Bridgman is a part of my team. Um, good value. I think he's going to do well. So yeah. Do you have any other bets or anything else you like other
Uh,
than
that's just my outright. No.
Okay. All right. Let me take a quick breather, take a sip, and then I'm going to do my first round leaders as I always do. All right, Max. I got three for you. One, none of them are super short. I'm trying to diversify a little bit. I got three golfers for you, and I'm going to run down their FRL outright, top five first round, top 10 first round. So, a couple names that have already been mentioned. You mentioned one, which I will get to in just a second. Uh, Justin Thomas. Love Justin Thomas and a first round leader. I did like him a lot last year. I played him too often last year, but he does have that capability of going low on day one. So his first round leader outright 4,600, T5 1125, and T10 plus 530. I think if he's not there, I'm hoping he's in that T10 range. We can win some money there. Next guy, you mentioned him real briefly. You said, I hope I don't tease too much. You didn't tease too much, but you did tease a little on the first round leader. That's Ricky Fowler. Ricky Fowler plus 6,400. He went eight under on Sunday. He went eight under on Sunday at the Truist. Expect him to continue some form. Not saying he's going to win. 6,400 first round leader, 1,400 for a T5 first round. T10 first round plus 620. One more long shot for you, Max. He's just a little bit further down the board, but we've talked about him, and that's Big Bobby Mack plus
Ooh,
6,700.
ooh-wee.
He's got the ability to go big and go low. Plus 1425 on his round one top five, plus 630 on his round one T10. I'm circling all three of those. They're not sexy. Rory Scheffler might be at the top. Xander might be up there too, but I'm looking for value, and these guys got it. I mean, if I can get plus five out of the three of them, plus 530 for a round one T10, I love that. All of them
Yeah,
be sprinkled on uh this weekend. So,
fuck yeah.
yep. Um. Oh, and a make cut parlay. Sorry, one more, and then we'll get to outright. Make cut parlay, nothing crazy. couple names we've already mentioned, couple we haven't. JT and Fowler, both to make the cut. Nikolai Højgaard, who had a really solid Sunday, came in second or T2 last weekend at the Truist. So I like Nikolai Højgaard. And then an absolute Masters monster. He doesn't win, or Majors monster. He doesn't win. He plays and live, but he is always riding up that leaderboard. He's always in earshot when it comes to these majors, and that's Tyrrell Hatton. Uh,
Yeah,
so
it is.
that is simple yet interesting. Plus 255 on the make cut parlay, at least when I did it this earlier today.
He's plus 250. Oh, sorry. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, the parlay, all four of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So Hatton, Fowler, JT, and Højgaard.
Mm. Oh, what did you look at Group D and be like, I want to take these top three guys and get them all to make cut?
I did realize that actually when I was looking. So I did the make cut parlay first, and then I went through the group and I laughed when I saw that because I was like, well, I like every single player in that group. So
That's honestly so true, dude. I was thinking because I was like, oh, let me look at like where JT is for like group winners since I already had it pulled up, and then you went on it, Howard and Jason and Tyrell, and then I like Sam Burns, and then Matsuyama's a sneaky little fucker down there at the bottom. That's a crazy Group D, untouchable. Do not touch Group D.
yeah, I would do like if I could do like a prop that was anyone but Hovland, I would do it. But I'm sure this,
That'd be minus 170
yeah,
at 200.
at best, yeah. So yeah, I don't really, yeah. There's some other groups that I don't hate, but like Group H, I like Ben Griffin at plus 285, but English is capable. Woodland has been playing great golf, and Jason Day, you can't ever write him off. So
Absolutely not.
right
No,
into
I like it.
so yeah. All right. Now that I've been talking, give me your outrights. Maybe if you got one, great. If you got more than one, this give us one long shot wherever you want to do.
Um, I know. Well, this is tough because I'm gonna tell you one thing and then give you another. I don't like. How am I not gonna go with a three-time champ like Brooks?
Yeah.
Three-time champ. I mean,
No,
he he's wait, where'd it go? There he is. Plus 3,900. I don't see why not. There's just I know I just said a non-major winner. That's just a fun thing to do. Plus 115, but Brooks Koepka is definitely one. I'll let you get yours official one out before that. I'll give you one other one that I've been eyeballing that has not won a major.
okay. Okay.
But Brooks is my official.
Okay. Um, well then I won't give you my official. I'll give you one that I like. And we talked about him a little bit, and it may end up being your pick. So he has not won a major yet. He's only won a couple tournaments. I think it might only be one tournament, but god damn it, is he in the T10 all the time? And he tries his hardest. And that's Mr. Tommy Fleetwood at plus 2,600. Oh man, I love it. You teed him up pretty good earlier, and I was grinning ear to ear because I was like, he might.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Tommy Fleetwood in this option here. He's not the longest of long balls, but I think he's going to be consistent. I think he's due, and I think the course sets up well for him.
Yeah, I would agree.
Is that who you had?
No, as I said, oh Zandy.
Yeah, yeah. Thought about it. Didn't do.
Zandy's another guy that's due for.
Well, he's won two majors.
What? So
He won.
why?
He won the Open. He won the Open Championship and the PG. He won at Valhalla, I think.
In Valhalla.
I think he won.
And my whole list is just blown up into pieces.
Is your Xander shot or is your Chat GBT not doing well?
It's not, well, it was just Google, which I guess is the ultimate meta. Well, then give
Yeah,
me Cam Young.
he won at Valhalla and the Open Championship in 2020. He won both in 2024.
Whatever. Cam Young, then.
I also love Cam Young. That's awesome.
He had, even though I saw that he like four putted from 10 or 5 feet out, like last week. He had a terrible, whatever. Well, everything sucks. Just give me Brooks and just
I,
hedge it with anyone that hasn't won a major. You have a way better chance of doing that than just doing Cam Young.
I don't know. I like Cam Young, dude. He's been absolutely on fire. So
Yeah.
I don't think you can go wrong with that. Um, and then I'll give you a quick long shot. I already talked about him. Tyrrell Hatton plus 6,000. It's not that crazy of odds, but I do like his value. Almost always there.
Yeah.
So I love that. And then honestly, man, sounds really chuggy, but if I gotta look at odds and say where the value is, Scotty Scheffler's not been playing super great. We obviously know he's the man. Plus 385, sure. Rory should be way better than 940. He should be like plus 580. Like he should not be far behind Scheffler. If you think plus 385 is accurate for Scheffler, but plus 940 for Rory in the form that he's in with the course fit. Uh, he's been playing well. The blister thing maybe helps me in terms of odds, but I'm I'm not usually one to pick one of these top two on a year-to-year basis when it comes to Rory and Scotty, when it comes to the majors, things like that. Plus 940 for Rory, all over that. And without Scotty, I think he's like plus 790 or like plus 800. And at this point, like if Scotty goes out, yeah, he's 790 winner without Scotty. And like, why wouldn't I take the plus 940? I mean, yeah, Scotty can go and win this, and it'll be the first time this year that I've had to eat my words with that because I've been doing winner withouts Scotties before the tournament starts, and it doesn't matter because he's not the winner. And so if I can get Rory at plus 940, sprinkle a little on Hatton at 6,000, and go decent on Fleetwood at plus 2,600, I feel pretty confident that something's going to work out. Rory's just playing out of his mind, and I think he's kind of getting his second wind. Last week was that first tune-up after the Masters, so it was kind of just like, okay, let's just get our feet under us. He,
Yeah.
he's not fucking around at Aronimink, so weather, I haven't checked the weather, um, but if it is something mildly shitty, I think that it's a good setup for him. I think he plays well into it. It's going to rain on Thursday in the
What was that?
somebody's getting a call.
Uh, Dude,
Taylor.
I just closed my phone. My phone, I guess instead of pausing my music, I just turned it down. I've been playing music this whole podcast just on mute.
Oh, didn't even know.
Nope, that's crazy. Oh, well, sorry. That's just I was like, why is my battery draining so fast?
Oh, I'll have to send you a picture. Side note, you can't see it on the screen. Or check Taylor's story. But
Reggie.
no,
What?
the
Huh?
Isle's done in the summer.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
It looks really good. Um, just dad stuff. not dad stuff, old man stuff. I'm not a dad yet. But yeah, so
Hmm.
yeah, I just love Rory here. I love my first round leaders. I'm not playing Rory or any of those guys in DFS because when you probably remember, I don't know when was the last time you were really doing DFS, now that we can bet, but in the NFL when it was like Christian McCaffrey was on the Panthers and he'd get 80 points in fantasy, inflated, obviously, it'd be like the draft
Right.
thing. It'd be like 1 point for every 5 yard, whatever it is. And like Chris McCaffrey on the Panthers is worth like $12,000, and you're like, well, if I pick him, I gotta kind of nuke the rest of my team. And as we say, or at least Sean has said, if you do that in golf, you're just getting plumbers after that. You get Scotty and you just get
Right.
a bunch of plumbers. Um, but Rory is probably one that is worth it. Kim Young's up there in price too, but I got a good little. You know what? I'll read out my squad right now. I'm still working through it, but I'll give it to you, Max, and get your thoughts. 'Cause Sean may listen, but he has integrity where he won't copy me. Um,
Hmm.
you got your amount. I maxed out my dollars, so I went Ludwig, Tommy Fleetwood, Minwoo Lee, Siwoo Kim, Adam Scott, and Jacob Bridgman. And
Mm.
and I even went high with Ludwig and Fleetwood, and I'm still playing with plumber pricing. But yeah,
Plumber pricing. Yeah, yeah.
but
Well,
it's good because if you look at the cuts percentage on my guys, everyone has made the cut 100% of the time, except for Minwoo Lee and Ludwig, and they've only missed one cut. Otherwise, everyone else has made the cut, and that's huge. In these majors, it's just making the cut. It's not even like if you make the cut, if all 6 of your guys make the cut, you're at least going to be in the top like 8 out of 20. And after that, it's all just a crapshoot. But
right.
yep. So that's it for me from Marana Mink because I forgot we have to talk about a couple other things other than golf. Um, Anything else you want to add, or you want to move on to NHL, NBA playoffs?
No, I think I'm good.
All
Uh,
righty. Well, I've been talking a bunch, so Max, we're gonna just go instead of going game by game, series by series and shit. I'll just let you handle the NHL. I'll do NBA, unless you have anything on NBA, because I don't have anything on NHL. But it's Tuesday night, Wednesday for those listening. Start with any picks you like in the next couple days, and then end with any series props that are still available. If it goes hand in hand, I don't care. But uh,
uh,
that's kind of how it goes for NBA. So just give me the bets you like.
honestly, it's all kind of unfortunately we've got some we got the Sabres and Canadians already starting today or starting, yeah, Tuesday today. So they just take every single Eastern Conference bet off. So I can't tell you guys anything about this. Um, Montreal does lead 2-1. Sabres are currently up 2-0, only 8 minutes in to the to the first period. So that sounds like it's gonna be a crazy game. Might hop on and try to live bet that. Um, so I can't do much with like the Eastern. I can't talk about the Hurricanes. So I can't do anything there, unfortunately. We do have the Ducks Knights playing at 9:40 tonight, that being Tuesday as well. And then tomorrow, the the 13th, Wednesday the 13th, we got Wild Avalanche. Wild or Avalanche is leading that game 3-1. I think they're just going to solidify it. They're back at home. Wild kind of had that chance. I know I said have to do for fun. I think it was a plus 450 Wild series winner, but that was a little funsies. Avalanche in the long run was definitely going to come out of that series. So not much there. I'd say do that -1.5 plus 124. The Wild are going to get desperate towards the end, maybe throw out an empty netter. Um, and then Avalanche can grab that 2-goal win, the 2-goal win and get it through. I would say under 6.5 too. Definitely don't go over.
Okay.
But I mean, honestly, without trying to just jump through hoops and stuff, that's about all I can give to y'all.
Okay. Okay. I like it. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say it's pretty tough on the NBA front. We got Spurs. I don't know why I put my notes away.
Hmm.
Spurs and the Wolves tonight. It's game five. Wemby came back after getting ejected last game for a questionable elbow. I mean, questionable as in should it be suspended more, but
Right.
very blatant, flagrant elbow from Wemby, but he is back. Just for you, Max. Not gonna matter for anyone else because the game's starting in 30 minutes and no one else will be listening to this. I did sprinkle just a little bit with a 20% boost on the all-purpose boost that you can get from DraftKings. I did do 40 points or more from Wemby. Uh,
Uh, Coming
it's,
back at all.
yeah, plus 900 boosted to like 1250 or something. Um, yeah, he's gonna come back pissed off and just shit on everyone. And
Hmm.
that way. And I only put like 20 to win like 400 or whatever it was. 260, I think is what it was. Um, but yeah. So that being said, Spurs are minus 390 to win the series. If they win tonight, it's going to change. Obviously, OKC and the Knicks both swept. Um, and I think obviously we knew that was going to happen from OKC. New York Knicks, dude, absolutely rolling right now. They look good. It's like their offense is completely figured out now. Towns, they're giving a lot of more ISO ball. Brunson's getting less pressure because of what everyone else is doing. OG Anunoby, he's playing well. Like the whole squad's shooting well, playing well. Um, so where does that leave us, Max? One series left. That's Cleveland and Detroit. Going game five at Detroit on Wednesday night. So today for those listening, tomorrow night for us. Detroit minus 3.5 is very tempting. They are minus 150 to win the series. So if you can wait a couple days, I honestly would just put more money on that minus 150. I know it's outside our like juice range, but minus 170 on the money line is even more juicy. I would just play the money line and find a prop you like. Like, I don't know. Let me see if I can do it real quick like Detroit money line and like Cade Cunningham 25 or more. Let's see what that adds up to. Yeah, so yeah, because it's minus 190 for 25. So yeah, I'll give this out. Cade 25 or more points, and Detroit money line is plus 116.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't really love a lot of other stuff going on in the game. I think Mitchell's over is not bad. Aside from that, I have no idea. Sometimes Duncan Robinson balls, sometimes James Harden balls. Dennis Jenkins plus 120 or plus 122 for 10 or more points. He's gone off for 20 in this series already, so I guess that's the only other thing I would maybe recommend. That's really all I have for NBA until they figure out the seeding and who the matchups are, which is essentially just Spurs, OKC, and Detroit, New York, essentially, unless things unless the underdogs prevail. But yeah, that's all I got for NBA.
Sweet. Well, yeah. I hear that, and it has been weird. I feel like we've maybe if everything goes right, maybe Monday or Tuesday we might be able to get a restart and we could start fresh for these conference finals for both teams. We might be able to get a podcast in right before and give a true preview. I know it kind of sucks how all these games have landed. We've been a game behind, 2 games behind, or whatever. But
Life be life, and dude.
Yeah, no, I know. Exactly. Yeah. We don't we're just here for to have fun and get you guys some picks once a week, especially golf. Right now we're focused on golf. We've never been
Yeah, that's about it in terms of full focus.
yeah. We can't podcast 3 times a week. I'm sorry.
No, unless you guys know people that can pay people to podcast 3 times a week. Otherwise,
Really.
we're hanging.
Uh,
Otherwise,
what we got. And
yeah.
but we've had some great games for both. I mean, basketball and hockey. It's been a great playoffs for both. So
I'm
and Cubbies. I mean, I can't not talk about my
gonna
Cubbies
ask about. I was gonna segue that. Yep.
and my Squirrels. Yep, but I won't go too much. Squirrels have been rolling. Cubbies have been rolling even better. They're playing the Braves right now, which is a great test. Both of us are, really probably up maybe top two in the league, I'd say. Yeah, it's us and then them. So, or sorry, it's them and then us. But we've been on an insane hot streak. Cubbies look great. We had no pitching, but we are hitting the fuck out of the ball. It's
Yep.
very scary. I don't know how long it can last, but right now we're back. I was dead, but now I'm back.
Yeah. No, it's been awesome. I mean, it's like unconscious, just money line, money line, money line. It's been enjoyable to say the least.
And we're up 3.5 games. Our division is gonna be so fucking hard. NL Central, best division in the league right now. For a while, I mean, we're all above 500. Um, and no other fucking team or no other division has that. And then we all also are within 5 games of each other. For a while there, it was all within like two. So great division. We're rolling. Cubbies are fucking awesome. PCA, Saya, Cabrera has been rolling. Colin Rea hasn't been too shabby himself. We're doing great. Ben Brown, shout out Ben Brown. But
Yeah.
shout out the Cubbies and give me hope, please.
Yeah, no, I love that. Yeah. And uh I know we're talking Cubbies, but also little EPL action want to discuss real quick before we go. Um, City plays Palace on Wednesday. Very big for the league, not necessarily for you and me, but it's going to be a big game because City needs to win at minimum tie just to stay alive. A win is going to help them out big time and going to put some pressure on Arsenal. So interested to see what today brings for that game. If you can do a Holland and City money line, like Holland goal and City money line, you're probably gonna at least get a little plus money. Money line on City right now is minus 525. So you parlay that with Holland, and that's gonna get you probably not much. It's going to get you minus 165. So you know what you can do? You can do Semenyo or Doku. How about that, Max? How about Doku?
Yeah, dude, he's gonna score.
But what you could do is you could do Doku. Ha, got it. City to win, Doku to assist or score. And that parlays plus 102.
Mm.
Not super juicy, gets you in the plus money. Doku doesn't have to score. He could whip in across to Holland and City wins 1-0 and you still get plus money. I think that's brilliant value, if I gotta be honest with you. What I
Yeah.
will say, because we're saying this now, and because this game is being played at 3 o'clock on Wednesday, make sure Doku's starting before you place that bet.
I
But I will be placing that bet.
think he has been starting the past few games, and that's why he's been scoring more.
Yep. No, he has. He has.
But
Uh,
you're right. No, for sure.
but yeah. So, I love that. And then also, I'm gonna just mention it because I was kind of fucking around on my phone, on the NBA. Just for you again, Max. Not gonna matter to anyone else. Real quick. They got a Wemby versus Ant head to head
Ooh,
bet DraftKings, and it's a 30% boost. I love Wemby to go off tonight. Edwards probably will too. Wemby with the boost is minus 119 to outscore Edwards. So I'm going to put some money on that right now. Um, but yeah, that's and then Villa and Liverpool, which was the whole reason I brought this up. Villa and Liverpool are tied for fourth at 59 points, and they play each other at 3 p.m. on Friday. Huge game, and very interested to see how it turns out. But if I had to predict a 1-1, 2-2 tie, and then it goes down to Villa playing City on the final week of the year to win points to get in. So they better believe that they better win the Europa final against Freiburg on the 20th before that week comes. Because then they can throw in bench guys and it doesn't matter. And maybe that helps you, Max. So enough of Villa. Talk to me about Brentford.
Well, I don't know. We're pretty much cooked, honestly. Bournemouth is up, I think, 5 or 6 on us. Um, we just need to either have them. They're up 4. Sorry. Brighton's up 2. Bournemouth's up 4, and y'all are up 7. And then we just got our dick sucked in. Well, sorry, beaten, not sucked. That would have been cool. Dick's beaten by Man City, and then we got Palace and Liverpool. So we're not pulling off 6 points. Bournemouth has a good old Man City, Nottingham. There's a chance that they might lose both, but I'm sure they'll tie Nottingham or beat them. Brighton has Leeds and Man U. So I don't show no hope. I have a bet that's $50 to win, like 150 for us to be top 6, and I've lost hope. But hopefully, all that hope being lost goes into Brentford, and there's a chance.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm still super happy. It's Keith Andrews' first fucking year. I mean, it could be goddamn Thomas Frank already got his ass booted from a Tottenham team. I mean, that team is a fucking shit show. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm cool with it. Keith Andrews has been rolling. I love Keith Andrews. I love our team. We got rid of, a couple key guys, but we still have a great chemistry, and I'm excited for next year. I think Keith Andrews will get these boys rolling, and maybe hopefully get a 5 or 6 next year.
Yep. I think that's fair. I
I
think just
mean, I picked the club like this for a reason. I don't want it to be
you don't
easy.
want it easy.
I
Yeah,
want
exactly.
so
Hey,
I'm ecstatic. I'm happy. Even if we end up finishing a 10th or something, I'm still happy with what we've done. So
there.
keep pushing forward.
Can't argue that. I love it. I love it. All right. Anything else for the weekend? Any good UFC or anything like that?
No, I haven't looked because this is
Enjoying the winnings.
Yeah, this is when I would be like, okay, let me spit back on since I kicked ass last weekend and then I lose it all. So, uh,
Yeah.
riding that high for everything, keeping it for, maybe the playoffs and stuff, more say, because this isn't a numbered card, if you please.
Yep. Totally get that. All right. Sweet, man. Well, as always, thanks everyone for listening. Have a good week. Enjoy the PGA Championship. And hopefully we get some good golf and some good weather. Everyone enjoy the week.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Love y'all.